Welcome back. All right, so today we're going to be pulling out the virtual piano because our in-class kids are doing an actual piano, learning how to play on actual piano. So we're going to be learning chords to the song Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Probably heard it before. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning with the thunder, thunder. So that's the song we're going to be learning chords to today. So on your Google Classroom, when you open your Google Classroom, you'll see an assignment that opens up to this. So the first screen is going to open up to this song. So when you click on this link.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose.
And then you can play through the whole entire song if you want to listen to the song. Next slide is going to have the lyrics to the song. Lyrics are words to a song. So these are all the lyrics to the song. This is important because you need to know how the song is broken up. So if you notice, we broke up our song by verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then bridge. So in music and in the lyrics, we break up our songs into different sections of music. The most common are verse and chorus. You hear that a lot. So the verse is usually the storytelling. They're building the story through the verse. And then the chorus is usually that main part that repeats over and over and over in the song. If you ever get a song stuck in your head, it's usually the part of the chorus. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning with the thunder, thunder. That's the part that gets stuck in your head a lot, right? It's usually the chorus because usually the chorus repeats over and over again throughout the entire song. The verses repeats the melody, which is the musical line, but the words usually change. So if you can see up here in the verse, I have a verse 1 and then I have a verse 2 because the melody is the same on these parts. Very, very, very similar. But the words are different because they're adding on to the story. Because otherwise, if they repeated verse 1 and verse 2, it tends to get a little boring. Some songs do it, and they do it very well, but a lot of songs change the words in verse 2, just to add some more stuff to the story. So the verses kind of explain what's going on in the story. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. They're explaining what's going on. They're setting up the scene. And then my pre-chorus is exactly what it sounds like. It goes right before the chorus. And this one, it's actually almost exactly the same as the chorus. And then the chorus is the main idea of the song. So it's the main part they want to come across. And it's usually the part that repeats over and over and gets stuck in your head. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning with the thunder, thunder. Okay, and then verse 2, same melody, just a young gun, except now they're saying kids were laughing in my classes. Same melody, different words. They're expanding on the story. And then if you look down here, it's almost exactly the same as earlier because they want that message stuck in your head. They want you singing it by the time you leave. And then up here we have something called a bridge. So the bridge is when the music shifts and the music changes, usually. Not all the time, but a lot of time the music shifts and changes. Because if they repeated this all over again, if they did this section and then this section and then they repeated it again, it would start to get a little stagnant and a little boring. So they change it up usually and they add a bridge. And it's called a bridge because it connects the beginning of the song, the first half of the song, to the end of the song. They bridge the two sections together. So the bridge is usually a chance for the artist to get a little bit more creative, maybe add some new instruments in there, try some different chords. So they get to be a little bit creative in the bridge. And you can hear it if you go through the song, listen to when you get to the bridge, you're going to hear a guitar solo start all of a sudden, and the singing stops. So before you hit this part right here, there's a guitar solo for a good, like maybe 20 seconds of just guitar solo. So it's their chance to get a little bit creative and do something a little bit different to change it up before it gets too boring. And then this chorus repeats. You can see a lot of thunder on here over and over and over and over and over again, just to make sure they get that message in your head, which is why when you usually sing this song, the part you usually sing is thunder, feel the thunder, because they repeat that same line over and over and over again. Try to count and see how many times they repeat it. They really want that message in your head. They want you singing it when you leave the song. And then an outro is just a way out. So they're ending the song. So this is important because when we're playing instruments, we usually change the chords that we're playing depending on what part of the song we're in to make the song more interesting. If it was the same chords the whole time, sometimes it gets a little bit boring. Some songs do it really well, but a lot of times you have the chords change, even if it's just one chord from verse to chorus. So you need to pay attention what part of the song you're in and be able to tell the difference between a verse and a chorus, so that way you know when to change chords on your instruments. So if we forgot what chords are a group of notes that we play at the same time. So it's more than one note that we play at a time. So on our piano, a lot of times when we play chords, we play 3 notes at a time. It doesn't have to be 3. It can be more than 3, it can be less than 3, but on piano, a lot of times we play 3 notes for a chord. So we're gonna be playing 3 chords total on this song. So if you notice, I color coded the chords so you can kind of see what's going on the piano, and then I color coded where on the piano you should be playing. So if you ever get lost on your piano, what you're looking for are groups of 2 black notes and groups of 3 black notes. And the whole piano is always going to be taken up by groups of 2 black notes and groups of 3 black notes. So always look for the note that's highlighted and see where it is in relation to the groups of 2 black notes and the groups of 3. So my first chord, we're going to call it my red chord. My red chord is called a C major chord, and that's probably one of the most popular chords we play in music. It's a very, 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 very popular chord. So the C major chord has 3 notes in it: C, E, and G. So here are where the C, E, and G are on my piano. So this red note right here is right before the 2 black notes. So that's my C on my piano. The E is right after the 2 black notes. And then the G, if you can see, it's right in between the 3 black notes, right after the first black note. So that's my G on my piano. So when you play chords, for this song, we're going to play all 3 at the same time. You don't have to, but on this song, we're going to play all 3 at the same time just because it sounds a little better that way. So up top, C, E, G, those are the notes you're going to be playing on the piano. Underneath that, C major, that's the name of the chord we're playing. And then underneath that, you see 8 beats. That means we're going to be holding that chord for 8 beats. So you're going to find your C, your E, your G, and then you're going to play that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to play that for 8 beats, and you're going to hold it for 8 beats. Then you're going to switch over to the green chord. So my green chord starts with a C. That's the same. That means we don't need to change. Then an F. That's different. That means we're going to change. And then an A. That's different as well. That means we're going to change. So look at my green note. The green note's right before those 2 black notes. It's the exact same. That means you don't need to move. And then you're going to move right here. Right here, my green note is right before these groups of 3 black notes. And then my other green note, A, is going to be at almost the end of the 3 black notes. So C, F, A is the name of, or the notes in my next chord, and it's called an F major chord. The F major chord you're going to hold for 8 beats. So you're going to find C, F, and A, and then hold it for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now, if you look up here, it says the verse. So that means we're going to be playing these chords during the verse. So let's go back up here and see if we can find the verse. So here's my first verse. That means we're going to be playing the red and the green chord back and forth in groups of 8 during this part of the song. And here's another verse. That means we're also going to be playing the red and green chord in groups of 8 during this part of the song. So this part of the song is where we're going to be playing these chords. That's why it's important to know the difference between the verses and chorus in your songs. All right, and then one last thing. Oh, so if you look up here, there's a new chord because we're in a new section of the song. This is the chorus. So this is the thunder, feel the thunder, lightning with thunder, thunder. This is the chorus part of the song, so they added one new chord. But if you look, the red chord is exactly the same. We already know how to play that. The green chord is exactly the same. We already know how to play that. All we have to do is add one new chord in between. So if you look at the red chord, C, E, G, going to the purple chord, C, E, A, there's only one note that changes between those two. You go from G to A. The C and the E stay the same. So you're just changing from G to A. So then you're going to find your C on your piano. You're going to find the letter E on your piano. And then you're going to find the letter A on your piano. We call this an A minor chord. Minor chords usually have a bit of a sadder sound to it. Major chords usually have a bit of a happier sound to it. That's how Miss Meyer remembers it. Minor is usually sadder, major is usually happier. All right, so you're going to play the A minor chord for 4 beats. So if you look at the beats are a little bit different down here. So you're going to play red for 8, purple for 4, green for 4. And you're going to play this during the chorus of the song. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning with the thunder, thunder. So that's going to be played a lot because we sing the chorus a lot in the song. All right, once you kind of look through and you're like, okay, now you understand what's going on, then I want you to click on this tab. And it's going to open a link to a virtual piano. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And it's thinking, there it goes. All right, so here's your virtual piano. But if you look at your piano, there's no notes on the piano, which is really hard to tell what's going on. So we're gonna go down here to settings, and we're gonna click on that, and then we're gonna click note names. And we're gonna go right here, it's hiding the note names. We don't wanna hide the note names, we wanna show the note names. And then we're gonna click the X, and perfect, there's our note names that we need. All right, so you could just click on the note if you want to. If you want to click on it with your mouse, or it's even cooler is if you look at your keyboard that you have right now, on your keyboard you have letters all over your keyboard, just run your fingers across your keyboard. And you'll notice that the piano is actually playing while you're running your fingers across the keyboard. So let's figure out which keys on our keyboard control the keys up here, because they're not the same letters, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to figure out which one plays my C. So let's see if I can figure out. Oh, found it. All right. So if you find the letter A on your keyboard, find the letter A and hold it. That plays the letter C. Now, if you find the letter D on your keyboard, that plays the letter E. And if you find the letter G on your keyboard, that happens to match, that plays the letter G. So if you look, C is the name of our first chord. So if I go back, I can go back here and check my chords, and it's C, E, G. I'm going to hold that for 8 beats. So let's play that, all 3 notes. Remember, we're going to play all 3 at the same time and hold it for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now how do I get to C, F, A? That's my next chord, C, F, A. So I'm going to try to figure out how to play C, F, A. I was here. I need to get to here. So in order to play C, F, A, you're going to find the letter A on your keyboard. You're going to find the letter F on your keyboard. And you're going to find the letter H on your keyboard. And then you're going to hold that chord for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want you to practice going back and forth. All right, and so we're going to play our first chord for 8 beats, and then our second chord for 8 beats. So let's try that together. Let's start with the red chord. Ready, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. Now I'm going to sing the words so you can kind of hear what it sounds like when I play the piano. So I'm going to start with my red chord. Ready, 1, 2, here I go. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. He was uptight, trying to let loose. He was dreaming A big things and wanna leave his old life behind. Not a yes, sir, not a follower. I forgot the words to the next part. Switch chords to right here. I forgot the words, so I'll make it up, and then you get to your chorus. All right, so you can see I switched back and forth between the red chord, the green chord, and then I went back and played the red chord, and then I went back again and played the green chord. Even though Maya made up the words, I forgot them, but that's okay. The melody was correct. All right, so now we're gonna go over and figure out how to play the chorus. So we're gonna start with the red chord. We already know how to play that. C, E, G, which on your keyboard are the letters A, D, and G. And then we hold that for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I need to get to C, E, A. C, E, A. On your keyboard, those are going to be the letters A, E, and H. So we're going to hold that for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear how it has a sadder sound to it. So listen, see if you can hear how it has a sadder sound. Because it's in minor. All right, and then our last chord is going to be C, F, A. So let's figure out C, F, A. On your keyboard, those are going to be the letters A, F, and H. I'm going to play those all at the same time. All right, so we're going to start with our red chord for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch to purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to put that all together so you can hear what it sounds like. Ready? 1, 2, start with red. Red. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch to purple. 2, 3. Switch to green. 3, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to sing the chorus so you can hear what it sounds like with the music. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning with the thunder, thunder, thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning with the thunder. Do it again. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning with the thunder, thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning with the thunder, thunder. And now you know the whole entire song. So if you wanted to, for fun and for a challenge, you can go ahead and click this music on in the background and then try to play along with the music. If you wanted to. It is a bit of a challenge, but if you wanted to, that's what you can do for your challenge for yourself. All right, have fun playing and goofing off and having fun with the piano. So just try, I want you to practice some of the chords. It's a little weird on the keyboard, but I want you to practice kind of the idea of it and using chords, because we're going to be doing, the chords are so important in music, and that's the building blocks of making music and making songs. So practice your chords. You can play around and have some fun on the piano. That's why I gave it to you guys as well, so you can have some fun on there, especially for being online. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.